Hi everyone, my name is Yulissa. I will be a third year student in the fall. I am a communication major, ethnic studies minor. I am originally from Aurora, Colorado. I attended Hinckley High School. Um, so I'm an Alliance student. I am really excited to share with you all my story and just my journey being um, from my senior year, figuring out what college is and if that's something I even wanted to do, all the way up to being a college student and the resources that I utilize now. So I definitely knew that college was something that I always wanted to do. It was never necessarily pushed upon me, but I really liked school. I did pretty well with my grades, so I just figured that the next step would be college. And as I came closer to my senior year, I started to think, okay, I should start figuring out how this whole college thing works. Like, how do I apply? What do I even need? So my very first day, my senior year, I went into my high school's college and career center, and I introduced myself to the college and career counselor, and I told her that I would probably be spending a lot of time in here and that I would probably need a lot of help figuring things out. And she said that that is totally okay. That's what her job is here for, to support students. So I was really excited that right off the bat I had someone who was there to support me. I think the two individuals who really helped me throughout my senior year to figure out this whole college thing was definitely that college and career counselor that I mentioned. She reviewed all my applications, made sure that it sounded grammatically correct, and that I was really getting into the reasons, putting my best self forward. So I was really glad that she was there to help me with that. She also introduced me to different programs that CSU specifically had, and programs like Key Communities that help students transition into college. Offers you, like the name says, a lot of support and community. I myself was super undeclared coming in, had no idea what I wanted to study. Like I said, college was always the plan, but as I got closer to my senior year, I didn't really know what specifics to look for. Everyone told me that I needed to know exactly what I wanted to major in, that I needed to go to the best school that had the best program for that academic area that I was interested in. And because I didn't know what I wanted to study, I didn't know where to even start when looking for a school. So that's when my counselor came in, and she really told me all these resources that CSU had for their students. Key Communities has a specific program called Key Explore, which is for undeclared students. So when I found out there was an entire program for undeclared students, I knew that this was a school that I would probably want to go to. So one thing that I really love about Key Communities is the fact that everyone in my floor my first year was also undeclared. That just brought me such joy to know that I wasn't the only one who wasn't sure what was going on. And as I got closer to that time, I realized that it was okay to not know what you wanted to do. Another resource that I also applied for before even becoming a CSU student was the Summer Bridge program. That I definitely accredit to helping me gain some skills. And the Summer Bridge program is for first generation students. They allow you to come onto campus, stay in the dorms, take some college classes, and just be surrounded with other students who are also in that same boat of this is their first experience with college. They don't really know what's going on, but we're going to figure it out together, and it's okay to not know. Also, because I came from an Alliance high school, they showed me that there was a lot of resources that CSU specifically had that other colleges may not have had. And that, like all those programs that I mentioned, I was able to connect with those resources because I came from an Alliance high school. I already kind of had like an opening line of, hi, I'm Yulissa, I am from an Alliance high school. And that already was able to make a connection. They were able to introduce me to other professors or different programs on campus because I was an Alliance student, because these resources were available to me that may not have been available to other students or that other students just didn't know about. So that was definitely a plus coming from an Alliance high school, is you just start to learn so much about CSU and learn about those different resources. They really care about you and they want you to be successful, and it's a genuine connection there. So I just knew right off the bat that CSU really cared about their students, specifically their Alliance students, and they were going to look out for me once I came onto campus. Finances was another thing that I was very nervous about. Once I was accepted to CSU, I was very excited, but then came this big price tag of, can I afford to attend this university? Definitely that Alliance partnership scholarship helped out quite a bit. I was glad to have that. I don't know if CSU would have been a possibility without it. So I was really glad that I already knew that I had this money here at this school, and there was all these programs that I could be a part of. Because CSU was just so open and wanted to make sure that I was going to be a good student, they definitely showed me all these different scholarships that I could apply to through their scholarship application. They encouraged me to apply to outside scholarships, even if they were smaller scholarships. Every little amount helps. So I applied to their first generation scholarship award, and I ended up receiving that. I can still to this day remember the exact moment when I received that scholarship. I just broke down crying because that was the final thing that made CSU a full ride for my first year. So I'm really glad that CSU was there to support me financially. And as I have continued to be a student, each year I continue to apply to different scholarships within their scholarship application. And I receive a few different ones here and there that continue to make CSU an affordable option for myself. So even though my first year was all paid for, my second year I had to go back and try again and continue to show individuals that I deserve to be here. And I decided to attend CSU specifically because they had all these different support systems that I could be a part of, that I could reach out to. I mentioned key communities. I mentioned the Summer Bridge program. I was also part of the Academic Advancement Center, so I got very close to my retention specialist within that program that I checked in with twice a semester. They were able to help me out that first year of college, figuring out like how do I reach out to different resources? How do I talk to professors? They were able to help me with so many questions. So I just definitely want to put out there that coming to CSU as an Alliance student, you kind of have this upper hand. You're able to say, I'm an Alliance high school student, and people are like, wow, that's amazing, I'm glad that you're here, let me tell you about this resource, let me tell you about all these different programs that we have for students who want to be successful like you. So because I was an Alliance student, I had all these programs that I could be a part of, and I definitely wanted to come to CSU and be a part of those programs. Lastly, why I chose CSU specifically, I love the environment. I was definitely scared to come to CSU because it seemed like a bigger school, and I thought I would just kind of get lost in this big school, that no one was really going to look out for me. The campus was just very big to me. I could not imagine myself being in a class of 200 students, but I decided to come anyway because so many students, other Alliance students and staff at CSU wanted me to come and wanted me to be successful, and they made sure that I didn't get lost in those numbers. They made sure that I had all the resources that I needed to be in a class of 200 students and still feel like I can make that connection with my professor. And I did just that. They were able to tell me it's okay to go to office hours and ask questions and raise your hand in class and ask for clarification, because at the end of the day, that's going to benefit you. So I felt confident being able to go to my professor's office hours and talk to them and ask them all these questions. Yeah. I definitely think that my time at CSU has been all over the place, just from the personal things that I have to deal with my family, that have definitely have made me stop in my tracks and have to kind of think about family and then go back to college. It has been a crazy journey so far, but I definitely accredit being an Alliance student and all the resources that I have been a part of helping me get through that hard time. And now, as I'm going into my third year, I feel so much more confident as a college student, and I am very excited for the future. And I am hopefully going to continue to pursue higher education in graduate school. That is the plan right now. But I also know that you can't necessarily plan out everything for the future. I know that this next year will probably bring a lot of different things and a lot of new experiences. And I am excited to hopefully one day see you here at CSU, and be a part of your journey, and help you figure things out as well.